Hi, second grade. We are going to go over lesson 11-2, count back to subtract on an open number line. So remember, an open number line just means it's a number line. There are no numbers on it. We are going to use a number line to be able to subtract. We're going to be putting our own numbers, or what numbers we are going to be using in our problem, on that number line. So our first subtraction problem is going to be 760 minus 130. So we are going to start with the bigger number, the larger number. Remember, you always start with that in a subtraction problem. You need to start with that larger number. So I'm going to put 760 all the way at the top of our number line because we are going to be counting backwards. So we're going to be jumping backwards to be able to subtract 130. So we're going to start at 760 on our number line. And then we are going to jump back 130, but we're going to do it by increments. So the first thing that I want to do is jump back by 100, right? Because if we look at we have 100. So we are going to jump back 100. Now, we are going to be at 660 because you are just subtracting that one, right? Now we are going to start, and I'm going to label that we subtracted 100. And now we're going to jump back by tens. So we need to jump back 3 tens. So we're going to jump back 1, 2, 3. So this is going to get us at 650, because that's 660 minus 10 is 650. Then we're going to have 650 minus 10, which is 640. And then we're going to have 640 minus 10, which is 630. And I'm going to label that these were jumped back by tens. Or minusing, subtracting tens. And last one. All right, so our answer, or what we landed on, is 630. So I'm going to go ahead and put 630 in our answer for our sum, but I just want to make sure that I did this correctly. I want to check my work. So I'm going to start at the ones place. That's where we always start to subtract. 0 minus 0 equals 0. Perfect. Now we're going to go to our tens place. 6 minus 3 equals 3. Okay, that's what we got. Now we're going to go to our hundreds place. 7 minus 1 equals 6. And so that answer is correct by checking my work. My answer is 630. All right, we are going to do this one together, this next one. So I want you guys on your paper, you can pause the video. I want you guys to draw a number line. And then at the front or the right side of your number line, you are going to put your larger number, which your larger number is 580. That's a horrible 86. You're going to put it at the top of your number line, 586. So go ahead and draw this out now for me. All right, now we are going to go ahead and start skipping back by increments. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to jump 100, then another 100. I'm not going to jump 200 at all, just because I want to show you guys. So first, we're going to jump 100 back, which we're going to label minus 100. And that gets us to 486. And then we're going to jump back one more 100 because we have 2 hundreds in our hundreds place for 222. So we're going to jump back one more 100 to get us at 386. All right, now we are going to go to our tens place. So we have 2 tens. So now we're going to be jumping back 110. So I'm going to label that. That's 110 minus 110. So now we have 376 because 386 minus 10 is 376. And then we're going to jump back one more 10 because there's 2 tens in our tens place. So now we have 366 because 376 minus 10 equals 366. And so now we just jump back to our 2 tens. Now we need to go to our ones place. We have 2 ones. So we are going to jump back 1, 1, and 2 ones. And I'm going to label those. We're jumping back by 1. So our first thing would be 666 minus 1 equals 665. And then last but not least, 664. Because 665 minus 1 equals 364. So I'm going to write that in, 364. And now we are going to check our work, make sure our work is good that we did on our open number line. So we're going to just subtract going straight down, starting in our ones place. So 6 minus 2 does equal 4, check. 8 minus 2 does equal 6, check. 5 minus 2 does equal 3, check. So we know we did well on our open number line. All right, last but not least problem. You guys are going to pause this video and you are going to do this one on your own. So draw out your number line. Start with your bigger number, 948, on the right side of your number line. And then you're going to subtract your hundreds first. Then you're going to go to your tens place, subtract those. And then you're going to subtract your 1. So go ahead and pause the video, do this one on your own, and then press play when you are good because I'm going to go over this problem. All right, so we are going to put 948 on the right side of our number line, the highest part, and we are going to subtract by hundreds now. We have 700 hundreds. So that's going to be a lot. All right, so we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. So these are all, I'm not going to label all of them. Those are all minusing 100 or subtracting 100. Now I'm not going to write all these answers down here, but this one would be 948 would be 800, 700, 600, 500, 400, 348, and then we landed on 248. All right, because we're carrying those tens and ones over. Now we need to subtract our tens. So we had 248. We're going to do 110, 210. And I'm going to label both of those so you guys don't get confused. You guys can also color coordinate these jumps so you know which is which. So like you could do in red marker, the hundreds jump, in purple marker, the tens jump, in green, the ones jump. So you guys can see which it is. So this would be 248 minus 10 equals 238. And then we would land on 228 because 238 minus 10 equals 228. Now we need to subtract our ones place. So we have 7 ones. So I'm just going to count down 7 ones. So we're at 228. So now we're at 227, 226, 225, 224, 223, 222, 221. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 jumps, and we landed on 221. All right. Now I'm going to write that in, and then we're going to check our work to make sure that that is the correct answer. So we are going to subtract going straight down. So 8 minus 7 does equal 1, check. 4 minus 2 does equal 2, check. 9 minus 7 does equal 2, check. So we know our answer is correct. All right, guys, I hope this helped with subtraction on an open number line. See you later. Bye.